Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me here today. My name is Kazdan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build a laminated bow in the easiest way possible. If you've never built a laminated bow before, I would recommend this is where you start. And the cool thing about this bow build is that you don't need a form. All you need is a table and these four materials. I've got a block of wood for the handle, I've got bamboo for the core material, and then fiberglass for the back and belly. All you need besides that is something to hold it together. I like to use EA40, but you could also use a CA glue or a wood glue. As far as tools go, all you need is the 3 S's. You need a saw, you need a sander, and you need a chainsaw file. The dimensions for this piece of wood is going to be 14 inches by 3.5 inches by about 1.5 inches. Our core bamboo is also going to be 66 inches long, and it's going to come in at 4.5 millimeters. Our fiberglass is going to be at least 66 inches long for the piece on the back, and for the 2 pieces on the belly, they'll be 30 plus inches. The first thing we're going to do is mark center of our piece of bamboo on all sides of the piece of bamboo. To lay out your handle, we're going to mark it at center. 1.25 inches above that, we're going to mark our arrow rest. And I like to curve it a little bit. On your center line, you're going to mark 2.5 inches. And then basically from here, we're going to connect these corners to that 2.5 inch mark. This part we're going to want to be feathered. So I'm going to start like almost no wood on the underside, and then slowly start to come up. As we're cutting out the handle, this top piece that's left over is what we're going to use to clamp everything together. We got this cut off, and then the next thing I did was taper this. I call it feathering, and what that does is it gets it to where it's going to be a really clean glue up. So if after you cut it, you want to sand these edges to where basically you can bend them by your hand. What's up? Before I glue this up, I'm going to add some marks to the riser to make sure that when I put that top piece on that it's aligned. And then I'm going to do a dry run to make sure everything looks good. For the place you're doing the glue up, you need a table where you can use the clamps to clamp underneath the table to pull everything together. If you don't have like a table, you could probably use like a 2x4 and just clamp everything to that 2x4, something that you can clamp to. That'll work. Okay, before you do the glue, make sure you have all the clamps that you need on hand. I'm going to clean off everything with acetone. If you don't have acetone, maybe check your wife's nail polish spot. But if she doesn't have acetone, you could probably use water and just let it dry off.
Put nail polish on it?
No, people use acetone as nail polish remover. For your glue up, you'll want to make sure that you put something down on the table so that when the glue settles, it doesn't glue to the table. As we're putting on the glue, basically what we want to do is make sure all surfaces are covered. We want to make sure there's no dry spots, and then especially in these fade out areas, we're going to add a lot of extra glue. We want there to be squeeze out when we clamp it down. Now that we got the 2 ends clamped in place, we're going to make sure this is centered, wrap this in saran wrap, clamp it down. I don't want this to get glued to my bow. One thing with my piece of wood right here is it's a little bit thinner than my bamboo and fiberglass, so I want to make sure it's in line, not crooked. So I'm just going to bring it all the way to this front edge as I clamp it down to make sure that I'm not getting a crooked handle. Now we're gonna start shaping the bow, but to do that we need to know how we're gonna be shaping the bow. So we're gonna trim the ends at the bamboo, and then we'll do a layout, and then we'll start shaping it down. Now's when it gets very exciting because we're close to a shooting bow. Now to lay out the bow, we want to mark center all the way down the bow, so a center line. You can use a handful of different things. A chalk line is a good thing to use. I've got a laser level here. If you don't have a chalk line, you could also just use a string and then mark it throughout the bow. But we're going to use that center line to base everything off of, so we're going to do that first. There are three main areas where I want to make sure we're centered on the bow. I want to make sure I'm centered in the middle, and then I'm going to mark on each limb tip for center. From center, we're gonna measure 3/8 inch in either direction, so we'll have a 3/4 inch limb tip. Down here at the base of the bow, I'm gonna measure 1.5 inches because that's the width of my handle. And so I'm gonna try and line it up with the edge of the handle for this fade out. There. Now we'll connect these two lines, the 3/4 inch on the limb tip all the way down 1.5 inches at the base of the fade out. The reason that I have tape on the back of this fiberglass was, one, to keep the glue off the fiberglass. It's gonna be a lot easier just to peel off the tape rather than sand off glue. Number two, it's a lot easier to mark and see my lines. So this will stay on until we're finishing out the bow. For the tip overlays, we're gonna mark it 1/2 inch down on the back of the bow, that's the side facing the target, and 3/4 inch down on the belly of the bow, that's the side facing the archer. Next, we'll connect those lines with an 1/8 inch chainsaw file. Now we want to remove this material right here so that when the bow is drawn back, it is not in the way. Now to shape the handle. The important part about shaping the handle is that the deepest part of the handle is in the center of the bow. So that center line we marked on the handle at the beginning, that should be the deepest part of the handle. And then above that, 1.25 inches will be your arrow shelf. Besides that, you can basically shape this however you want. As far as the depth on the arrow shelf, you can go as deep as you want. I like mine cut to center, so that means the center of the handle, that's the right side of the arrow shelf for me. Now if you're a lefty, remember that you'll do the arrow shelf on the other side of the bow. If you're a right-hander, you'll shoot with the arrow on the left side of the bow. If you're left-handed, you'll shoot with the arrow on the right side of the bow. If you want a less involved handle, you can just round it over and shoot off of your hand as well. You want to be sure the bow is bending evenly, which if you followed the dimensions that we used, you should be totally good. To finish out the bow, you can do whatever you want. I'm putting a stain on mine just for fun, and then I'll spray it with a cabinet finish, but you can leave it as it is. You can use like a polyurethane finish or do whatever you want.
I bet I could get it to go twice as fast.
172? You must be trying to way further than me.
Walking through the forest like a ninja archer, so sly, so fly, dodging all the tricky tricks. Tiptoe as I go, got the know-how. to stay alive. Like a hawk in flight so swiftly, like a tiger in the night so stealthy. Now you see me, now you don't. I'm a ninja archer.
Honestly, I'm super impressed with this bow. It came into speed-wise about 148 for me, and then for Creed with a longer, closer to 32-inch draw, 178 feet per second. He was probably pulling around like 42 pounds, I would guess. I'm pulling closer to 30 pounds. This bow it shoots really smooth, honestly. There's no silencers on it right now, and it shoots really nice. Listen to this. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to build a bow like this, but you don't know where to get the materials, we got you at shatterproofarchery.com. We also sell bowstrings. If you need a string for this bow, we'd be happy to help. We love helping more people enjoy more archery. Stay shatterproof.